Hello everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we'll be finishing off the Starline tutorial part 7. It's been a while since I recorded, but that does not stop me from finishing the tutorial, and it's been a while since I uploaded on this channel. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So last time we left off with the interior. We built some exterior, and we built the funnels, and we haven't finished our exterior fully. As you can tell here, our superstructure, our middle sections, deck and top color are like very plain and don't have any detail or design. Same thing with our lifeboat problems. We don't even have lifeboats on the ship. So today will be the final parts where we actually work on the exterior, and then the part A, if I even manage to record it somehow, we believe we'll be floating the ship. But other than that, let's get into it. So what we want to do is, what we want to get done here is we're going to start off with the lifeboats first, alright? So go to this orange hammer tool, the building hammer, y'all know what to do, and go to the gears, go to motor 2, and then place it like this. Alright, now I'm gonna edit it, and make sure the buttons are not the same as the ones that you're folding with. Don't do what I just did, because playing Crazy's physics is broken, and the game developers no longer work in the game, so that's why I stopped playing it. So anyways, what I said, don't make the motors the same buttons as the folding, because you can get out a bunch of issues. Yeah. So anyways, so go to this motor 2, and make sure it's toggle, and don't make it servo. Don't. Otherwise it's gonna go like this and up and down and whatnot. Actually no, make it server, because if you don't make it server, it's gonna align with your mouse, is gonna go crazy. Sorry, make it server. Max angle 45 degrees, leave it. If you want to make it 40, 30, 20, anything below 45. Anything like less than or equal to 45. Alright, because otherwise you put like 180 degrees, and what are you doing? You break the mechanism. So I'm gonna make this GV, again, use any bonds if you like. So GV will be the ones that lower my lifeboats. So let's grab half blocks, let's grab half wedges, one. And now let's make our a lifeboat. So go to half blocks, get a half block, go to materials, and make it wooden planks. Half block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, for this one we're gonna shorten it, because this will affect our this is gonna affect it, so we'll make it a bit shorter. Alright, so the first ones are gonna be short, because that's how it is. Put this here, and we will make the lifeboat here. At the end, we're not gonna add like a wedge here, because this will like give us enough problems already that we have. So what we're gonna do is, instead of adding the mechanism, or actually we'll need the mechanism either way. So we're going to now add the seats. This is a completely different lifeboat. It's gonna be a half boat for like captains and crew. Sorry guys, I'm back. I was interrupted. We're going to build like so. That's gonna be our lifeboats. Yeah. And over here we're going to go to half wedge down. Place them like so. And voila, you have a lifeboat that is shaped like this. Now go to this connectors, because we need to hold the boat down. Put it here. And now we'll take this off, put a disconnector here, and set it to anybody you like. I'm gonna use 0 because that's what I've been using to disconnect all my lifeboats. So yeah, this motor mechanism is gonna be one because I'm not gonna put it over there due to the bridge wings, and I hate how the plots are. We all know that. Like Crazy is kind of old now. So put 2 half blocks here and then put a wedge, and then put rope. And set to anybody you like. 5, 6. You can do whatever the hell you want. Now let's pick this motor so it doesn't look obvious. And yeah, there you go. That's one of the lifeboats. Now we're gonna copy the exact same steps as we did to the other side, and I'll get back to you when I have done the exact same steps. All right. So see you when I'm done. Alright, you guys, I am back, and I forgot to add one thing to the lifeboats. See these blocks here? See these like unrounded edges? We're gonna make them round. So go to materials, go to wooden planks, and grab a half wedge from half blocks. Just a normal half wedge from half blocks, alright? So no, half wedge. And I'm gonna place them like so around the lifeboat's borders, so it doesn't look not rounded. Looks smooth. And there you go. Now we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. 4. Turn around. Oops, instead of 4 here, we need to delete that 3rd one. There we go. Otherwise, this is our disconnector, not disconnect. Now, you might be thinking, yay, these lifeboats are done, and we can test them out, and we're going to blow them. And then all of a sudden you spawn the ship, and you're like, it doesn't work. Well, the problem is that this motor needs to be, the motor that we're using needs to be different. Instead of GV, GV or any button you have set, you need to flip it. So instead of GV for me, I put VG because you want the lifeboats to lower on opposite sides. So GV here and VG here. So GV and VG, complete same buttons but reversed. And that's how they will rotate clockwise and counterclockwise. Anyway, that's our initial problem fixed. Our second problem we have to deal with is need to add cylinders to the bridge wing here. We'll add like 3 here, 3 here. Because if we don't add cylinders here, it'll just look plain or and like not good and whatnot. If you were to add blocks, it would just be attached to the bridge wing. So what the cylinders do is they don't really hold on to the block. They're not just like there's like a inch, like a millisecond there. As you can see here, it's not fully attached. As we attach it in order for it to fold, in order for it to stop the thing folding. We're gonna do the same thing on this side, otherwise it'll just look weird. And that's our second problem as we dealt with. Now, onto our final lifeboats. So we're going to fill in this entire section with lifeboats. Because the more lifeboats we have, the more safety, the more passionate we can evacuate. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to settings, grab a motor. Grab a motor. Make sure this yellow thing is faced to the ground. So we're gonna place the motor here. Oops, sorry. the motor here, and now we can finally make a fully sized lifeboat. Well, not fully sized, Roblox sized, because we don't have the opportunity to make a full size lifeboats unless you're that crazy and you're a pro at the game. And sure, go ahead. Also, I have just one question. Will this work? All of a sudden, that works. Make sure you put those there. Otherwise, you should put these normal half wedges there. Half block wedges, whatever you call them. Here. Otherwise, the crane won't actually make the lifeboat rotate. Instead, it'll just fall, and if you disconnect the motor, it will take the lifeboats down with it and flip it over, which we don't want. So like so, and put a wall here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a wall here, and then go a 3-seated lifeboat. All right. Now I'm going to add the half wedges here to make our lifeboat a bit rounded. So some wedges, not these wedges, not these wedges, these wedges. Alright, look how round they'll make, and it's easy to place for our half blocks. Now we'll build in the walls. So we don't have walls in lifeboat, then everybody just fall and freeze to death. 1, 2, 3. Half wedge down. Place some like here, place one here. Place this here. Place that here. And now we're going to skip a block. Half blocks. We're going to add a half wedge here. We're going to place our motor. Motor 2. Don't place it on the motor, otherwise it just break. And now GV this time. Because you want this motor and this motor to rotate counterclockwise with the cranes moving in the same direction. Because if you have it moving on 2 different directions, then you got a problem. And make sure they're on servo and toggle, because if they're not toggle, then you have to continuously push the button. All right. Now we will add half blocks. 1, 2. 1, 2. Add disconnectors, and you still can't use the same button because they'll just detach your lifeboat. The same bond also works. So put a wedge, not the wedge. Put the wedge there instead. Put this wedge here now. Grab the ropes and slap them here. Make sure you have the same buttons. Not 6. Crazy. There we go. Now we're gonna paint these motors white to make sure they're not very obvious if they're motors. And boom. Now, since we have our lifeboats here, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So on the side for the other gantries, all right? So instead of I think VG, no, yeah, VG. Instead of VG for this one, we're gonna I'm gonna put instead of VJ for this one, I'm gonna put GV for this one. And then after you build the lifeboat, you're gonna switch it to VG, and so on and so forth. Alright? Now we're going to continue adding lifeboats until we can't add any more until we run out of space to add any more lifeboats. Once you have done that, we will we'll cut it off there, and we're gonna start working on our exterior. I'll be back with you shortly once I'm finished adding all these lifeboats. Alrighty, I'm back, you guys, and that took a while. So after we're done here, this is where our lifeboats stop at. We can't. We don't have any more. We can't add any more. So in total we should have 1, 2, 3, 4. We should have a total of 8 lifeboats on board the ship. So now with these gap here, we're gonna simply just fill it with half blocks. And that's one of our major tasks finished. And now we're going to move on to the final part of the ship. We're going to finish the exterior. After the exterior, we can finally, and hopefully by tomorrow, we can fix. By tomorrow, balance the ship if there's not anything in the way. So yeah. So first things first, we're going to add some ventilation in the ship because we don't have clean air or no sort of ventilation, and it will be a pleasant smell on the ship, especially when people get seasick, which is yeah, this was not what we want. We want our ships to be ventilated and have clean and fresh air running at all the time. Because if we don't, then there's something wrong with it. We don't want, because our passengers have the right to breathe fresh air instead of contaminated air with those sickness and diseases. Nobody wants to be that here. To be honest, I wouldn't want to be that here. I wouldn't go on a ship that has poor rating, because if it has poor rating, there's something wrong with the manufacturer of the ship and people who built it. I wouldn't even dare to go on the ship unless it was a good reason. Unless if there's an emergency or a reason why. Then I'll be prepared. Trust me, I went on a freaking ferry, and the poutine I tasted on that ship was I didn't like the taste of it. I prefer Burger King poutine because it's more juicy and tastes better, and it's healthier because it's actually made with gravy, like not healthier, but like it's made with original stuff they actually you would make as homemade gravy, and fresh. It's always fresh. Everything is always fresh. So yeah, we're going to add a tower onto our ship, which is going to be in between the first and second funnel, because we need to see where our crew is navigating the ship. So we got 1, 4 here, and we're elevated slightly up. Now we're going to put some blocks. We'll build a few blocks here. Now we will add our compasses. We'll add like some stuff here. Let's go to materials, go to glass material, and then simply scroll down to glass cylinders. So no, not glass cylinder, glass balls here, and then go to a half one. Find a half ball here, not this one, half one. So place one here, or if you want 2 here and leave these 2 blank, or just one ball, and that's fine. But I'm gonna go with the design that I personally like, so I'm gonna do that. Alright, and for like compasses, you could add like emojis there. I'll be adding emojis later on when I'm done building the ship. I'll be doing some off-camera building before I present it to you guys. And yeah, and we're going to add some more ventilation back here because we simply have a lot. pontoons front. This here. Cockpit I'm doing here because you will need this on the ship. Yeah. Oops, I forgot to add this. No. Flip these because it'll get flipped because the ship water ship smooth and got like fresh air. And I think here, let's add some detail. Let's put some half blocks here, here, and here, and then paint them gray as if the grand staircase has like 4 massive screws holding it together. That's a pretty neat feature, a pretty neat design. You could put on, can just slap on there. And yeah, I mean, if you want to add more here, you can, but I think the exterior is pretty simple, pretty plain, and we're finished with the ship off here. Now I'm gonna border it with some ladders. Move this. This is we're gonna add our final railing on this ship because on top of here people want to move. It's not even out here, so it's here instead. Continue. Maintenance crew wants to copy what I'm doing. And there's no need to build a fence there because the funnel technically acts as a railing. So yeah. For emergency purposes, we can add this here. So let's copy the same steps we did on the other side. And let's add the ladders to get up there. Now we'll add some wedges here, some round wedge in there, and here only because that's where a railing ends. And we'll paint them the same color as the railing. And voila, you can add some wedges to make these have actual ventilators and not there, and all that stuff. But yep, I think our part 7 is done, finishing the exterior. And let's see if our lifeboats work before we end off this video. This tutorial, I should say. Yeah, this thing takes a while. Don't worry guys, we'll paint the propellers at the last part of the video. At the end of the tutorial. I have to fix that. We're gonna have to fix the funnel ladder eventually on part 7. Part 8, sorry. Once we have that, then we officially have a working funnel. I'm gonna have to fix that because something wrong with the funnel, but yeah. Eventually I will fix that. I will solve the issue why this ladder always falls from the second funnel. But yeah, but that's our main purpose. Our main purpose is we need to figure out what's wrong with our lifeboat. There we go. Sound disconnected. Oops. Okay, let's fix these problems first. We have to fix these problems before our lifeboats get working. Did I not do what I was supposed to do? Oh, great. Well, I forgot to make these buttons disconnect on the same button. If you did that too on your mistakes, then yeah, I'll be right back once I finish testing them. Alrighty, I fixed the lifeboats. Now hopefully they should disconnect on the button that I want them to disconnect, not just the button I used to lower and bring in the lifeboats. So let's go with attempt number 2, and yeah, we still have to fix that funnel in part 8 because this video is kind of getting long already. So yay. Let's fix these lifeboats. But I'm probably sure. Okay, all these lifeboats here work. Except for this one, I don't know why. It works. There we go. Now we're gonna disconnect these lifeboats. Go. Everything works. I disconnected them while my ship was anchored, but yeah, they come in, open, retract, do this, do that. Okay. These lifeboats. Okay, we're gonna have to fix that crane problem here. Oh, that's why. I forgot to turn on so maybe that's why. Well, I have to fix some stuff on my ship before I call it ready, and we're gonna have to fix a bit of lifeboats in the next episode. Part 8 will be the finalizing part of the ship, where we add the finishing touches and to final, like, make the ship perfect before we actually finish it and make it ready. Well, other than that, you guys, I'm gonna call this here an end. I'm gonna end this video tutorial here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then make sure you do. Probably in part 8, when I built all the ship, I put the finishing touches off camera before I present the ship to you. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this tutorial, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And the new channels I'll be talking about in my own time. But yeah, I think the Starline is almost coming to an end, and I hope to sail this thing once it's finished. But yeah, take care everybody, and peace out. Stay safe.